47-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bills first down. Again, Allen to the air. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills first down. Allen gonna throw again. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
To throw again, it's Allen. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long. To the air again, Allen. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Amendola able to put it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
Lawrence starting with a throw. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Red on red.
Motion man sent left. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released.
Big gain downfield. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Sheds off a rusher. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away. That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Hey, Ron. Red.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You run that draw play, Kate, you got to become a really, really good actor as a quarterback. You got to drop back and make sure those ends pass you so that draw can hit it up the gut. Not that time. That end was not buying the story the quarterback was trying to sell.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Defense making a couple of good stops here, and this brings up 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Lawrence escapes the pocket. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pull ahead 6-3 in the first. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, hold. 56.
Now Allen off the play action. He's on the move. And a man is there to knock that away.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
He's throwing deep to the left side. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And the Jaguars take over on his 5th interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Hey, let's go.
Lawrence now off the play action. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Rip, 23.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bills cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey.
Putting a receiver in motion. 1st and 10. It's Lawrence. He'll get this to Etienne. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's Etienne on first down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On the jump.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Right open. Hey, easy. Route. Hey, kill. Silver.
Lawrence working from the gun. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get 6 more on their early advantage. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That's complete to Wilson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. 21-10 our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with first and 10. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's second and 1. Play action now with Allen. That's caught by A.J. Brown. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's third down.
Alert!
Working from the gun, it's Allen. On the move, headed right. On the move, looking, brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it'll be second and goal. Again, Allen to the air. Getting out to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Bills make it a one-score game in the first half. Josh Allen, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Bills cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Hey, run!
Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
11, Agate.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Forced out to his right. That one's incomplete. Couldn't connect. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. And it's going to be second down.
Lisa 24. Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here's Lawrence to throw. Chased out to his right. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-six touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, go, go.
Now Lawrence coming off a pick. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he goes out a little short of the 40. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. It's caught. This is Gabe Davis. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Here we go.
Lawrence to throw it. Rolling left, buying some time. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. Second and 3 now.
Ram 23.
Davis motioning left. Looking for a pass on second and short. And that one's unsuccessful.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Lawrence in the pistol. He's on the move. And he hits the deck after setting him up with first and goal. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. They're down to their final one in this half. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. They'll run ETN. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on second and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Here's second and goal from the 6. Lawrence looking to throw. Has it down close. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Allen to throw. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Throwing here, Allen. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he'll be touched down after a big play. Ball at the 33 for first down. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bills first down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. And it's the Bills looking at 1st and 10. Allen on the play action. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Allen on 3rd down. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Andre Sisco.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. All right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down throw, Lawrence. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get... That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, good thing they reviewed it, because after further examination, the call on the field has changed.
Here we go, son.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That throw behind his intended target. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Caught near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Escapes out to the left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 2nd and goal coming up from the 7.
23.
Lawrence working from the gun. On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Red on red. Red, red.
Now it's Lawrence. Has it in close. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Allen setting up play action. Cook calls it in. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here comes the final play of our first half. He'll throw it. Buys time, rolling right. He's trying another one deep. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Bass now to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey. Here we go, sir.
Now Lawrence. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
On red. 13 loop.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. They connect on the deep shot. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars push their lead to 18. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Now Allen off the play action. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. They'll come up 1st and 10. Allen gonna throw again. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And it sets up 2nd down. Again, Allen to the air. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills start the second half with some needed points. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills make it an 11-point ball game. Bass now to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, I'm gun. Hot.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Chased out to his right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Go, let's go.
Trying again following the sack. Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Trying to find his tight end. Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. First and 10 from the 45.
11.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
He's got it near the 10. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Setting up to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars push their lead to 18. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Alert!
Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. How about 29 yards on first down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. To the air again, Allen. This one's caught. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal. To throw again, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone.
And oh, he got it! Interception!
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Lisa 24. Here we go, sir.
On first and 10, here's Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they'll be at midfield here as he gets out of bounds. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Go, go!
That's good. For another Jacksonville first and 10.
First down throw, Lawrence. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up second down.
All right, let's go. Silver.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to
Rip,
go.
23. Red, red.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. And the Jaguars sending out the field goal unit. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Not quite far enough, and no good. It's off the crossbar and out. And they'll hold their lead at 18.
Well, that fooled me. He had it on line. That wasn't the issue. Just didn't have the leg he needed. And the ball goes the wrong way as he's denied by the crossbar.
And the Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Five wide.
Another try following the sack. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Bills first down. Allen. Hits him on the out route. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
A gain of 29 yards. And the Bills first
That's the end. The drive picks up here, first and 10. Play action now with Allen. Bails out of the pocket quick. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Back to the air, Allen. On the move, headed right. It's on the turf, falls out, he lost it. Jacks pick it up. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up first and 10 now inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain for them, and now it'll be second and goal. Back to throw now, Allen. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up third and goal. Cook trying this one up the gut. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Offense up to the line fast. Another one for Cook. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on fourth and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Red on red. Here we go.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Christian Kirk, the intended receiver. So second down coming up.
Hey.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And not a whole lot to work with. He's only able to reach the 5-yard line. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Throwing from near his own goal line. That's taken in by ETN. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So no return on that punt. And the Bills will take over possession. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pass complete to Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Now Allen. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Jags pick it up.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Route.
He breaks the tackle, and they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10.
Run.
From the red zone now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
He'll get this to ETN. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars continue piling on to this lead. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Throwing here, Allen. Complete. It's Ingram. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Now a give to Cook, running left. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on that game. And that's good for a Bills first down. Again, it's Cook. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
That's complete to Wilson. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week.